Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? I'm Jim. We're on Amazon. We're on Amazon and YouTube. We're at You Didn't Know on YouTube, and we're on Amazon. How you doing? We're gonna put on a little music, turn it up a little bit. We're gonna check. I don't know if you can hear that. We're gonna check some housekeeping. Make sure we got some volume going on. Make sure the audio is okay. Let's see. Sounds good. Sounds good. So here we are. We're on. It's end of February. Can you imagine? It's going to be spring before you know it. It's going to be spring before you know it, and things are going to start waking up. You might be dealing with a bunch of pest problems already. You might be dealing with some pest problems for winter. You got your winter pests. You got your mice. You got your unmentionable rats and whatnot, stink bugs and stuff. So we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm a licensed pest control technician in the state of New York, and I deal with this stuff on a daily basis. So if you have any questions, you can ask me anything. We use a all-natural approach, okay? We don't want to use harsh chemicals. We don't want to use anything that's going to hurt you, the environment, your pets, your children, okay? Everything's going to be all-natural, essential oils, salts, all-natural stuff. And if it's not all-natural, I'm going to tell you. So there's a couple of things that aren't all-natural, such as rodent bait. Rodent bait, I've chosen probably the safest rodent bait, and it works really great. Hey, we got a jingle there, and check it out. Stick with me. We're going to go over some stuff, and we're gonna out of sight, out of mind. Get rid of the mice in your house. You're never going to have to pick up a glue trap. You're never going to have to pick up a snap trap. You're never going to have to see a dead mouse. You're never going to have a smell in your house if you stick with me and figure out. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. Again, I'm a licensed technician. I've been doing this a long time, and I can answer any questions that you have. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use on a daily basis. Now, this is also brought to you by Bug MD. Bug MD is a great company. They're all natural stuff, again, essential oils and whatnot. They've got what's called the Essential Pack, the Bug MD Essential Pest Control Kit. And I really love this thing. It's got all the stuff that I use professionally. Okay, now we use clove and cottonseed oil all the time, cedar wood oil, rosemary, stuff like that. This is made from clove oil and cottonseed oil. Okay, you can use this what they call liberally. Okay, you can use this. You can soak the ground with this. You can use this anywhere safely. You can spray this right on your kitchen countertops. You don't have to worry about it. Perfectly safe around humans and pets. Plant-based active ingredient and formula, so it's plant-based as well. So if you're vegan, you don't have to worry about what do you think? The plants have their own natural defenses against pests, and it works really, really well. It works on their nerve inhibitors. They have different. They have a different ecosystem than we have, and so different things affect them differently. And it doesn't affect us at all. So it's really good and effective to kill them. Now the Bug MD stuff, this comes as a concentrate. All right, and this is going to kill all your nuisance pests. Okay, all your ants, your spiders, all of that kind of stuff. Right. If you have any questions, now it comes with your spray bottle, which is pretty cool. It comes with a nice big spray bottle, reusable spray bottle, right? And it's got your lines on there so you can accurately measure stuff. And it comes right. The essential kit comes with 2 concentrates. Okay, so you're gonna put the concentrates in there and make your spray, and you can spray that anywhere, on your countertops, on your baseboards, around your windows, around your doors, anywhere that you find pests, under your kitchen sink. You can even use this outside on your deck, anywhere you want to go. Now, this is also it comes here, let me see, Essential Pest Control Kit. So it gives you how to dilute it, how to treat with your Bug MD formula. You can use it as a direct spray solution that works immediately upon contact. So it's a contact kill. It's going to kill on contact. All right. And as a potential concentrate formula that can be used as an additive to a spot treatment for infestation. So this is also going to have some residual properties. Residual meaning it lasts over time, so that most of these things last about 30 days. You spray it, but then wind, rain, just them tracking through it, it's going to disappear. You're going to reapply it every 30 days. But Bug MD is great company. Gives you all the stuff on how to get rid of the creepy crawlies, how to mix it up. Um, Now, what does it say? Uh, Indoor, outdoor use, distance of 8 to 12 inches. Yeah, just about anywhere. Door frames, vents, eaves, attic spaces, basements, crawl spaces. All right. I really like it because you can use it liberally. You can spray it right on surfaces. Okay, which is most pet. This is a pesticide. Anything that kills a pest is a pesticide, whether it's natural, unnatural, chemical, or natural. So anything that kills pests, you still don't want to put it on the countertop on surfaces. This stuff is perfectly safe, family safe, pet friendly. So it protects against ant, ticks, fleas, bed bugs, mites, roaches, spiders, flies. All right, and my personal experience, stink bugs are also do not like cottonseed oil and clove oil. Um, yeah, so the Bug MD, great stuff. Now they sent me this for free to check out. This is, and I've been using it. Um, and I've had some good results with it. That's why it's contact kill, works really well, and it's safe around your house. You can use it liberally all the time. You don't have to worry about stuff. Bug MD Essential Pest Control Kit, and I think it's on sale. Crazy prices, 37% off right now. So get, springtime's going to be here before you know it, right? And they're going to start waking up. What you want to do is you want to put this stuff around now, so that when they start waking up, they get through it, and you won't have a problem, right? That's great stuff. Bug MD. That's the Bug MD. Um, we're going to continue to go through some pest stuff, right? Uh, Let me know. I'm going to check. I'm just checking the chat to see if there's anything going on and any comments anywhere. I didn't check YouTube to see if I'm getting good audio on YouTube, but sounds like we're doing all right on. And the delay's not too bad. So the next thing I got in the stream for you to look at is copper mesh. Copper mesh is something you can use for an exclusion. Okay, now I got some right here. Comes in a nice roll, right? And it's very easy to work with. You can tear this up. It rips really easy. You can ball it up nice, right? And you can shove this into holes around pipes, around the bottom of your siding, where your siding is on your foundation. You stuff this up under there. In the corners of your siding on the outside of the house, you're going to stuff that up in there. Those are highways for them to get into the attic. They're going to chew on this. They're going to not like it. And they're going to go somewhere else. They're not going to go through this. This is good stuff. Now, if they happen to push it back out again, like the first time you put it in there, they push it back out again, you can put some silicone on there and shove it back in the hole. But this way you'll know where they're going in and out after you do. So you go around your house on your hands and knees, right? And you feel your foundation. You feel around all the pipes, all the gas line, the hose line, the electric line. If you got a generator line, sewer lines, drain lines, gutters even. They'll travel up the gutters to the gutters, getting into the soffits. And these soffits are only made of vinyl. They'll chew right through that stuff, okay? And they'll be up inside your attic before you know it, running right up the side of your house. I've seen them run upside the houses. They can climb really well. So you use this, you call around, and you put this everywhere. And I've also got some expandable foam later on in the stream that you could also use expandable foam with Pest Block. It's got some capsaicin peppers in it, so they don't like to chew it. But this stuff, really, they don't like to chew it. Imagine like you're biting into tinfoil or something, right? It's very uncomfortable for them. And mice, that's how they test things out. They're always chewing stuff. So they're going to go somewhere else, okay? You're going to block their entrance to the house with that, okay? And that's the copper mesh. Mice. Now, it's that time of year, winter. They're looking for warm places to go. Now, every 5 to 8 weeks, the babies are having babies. It only takes 5 to 8 weeks for them to be old enough to start having babies. And they're going to have 5 to 8 pups, like 5 or 6 times a year. Very quickly, you can get out of hand, right? Very quickly, you can get out of hand. So what I would recommend was these Protect the Landscape stations. These are rat and mice stations. These, they're nice aesthetic. This is a used one, so it's a little bit dirty, but looks like a plastic rock, okay? Looks like a plastic rock. It's got a lock on it here, and it's got little holes under here that you put against your house, and you fill it with bait. We're going to put some poison. I'm going to show you what poisons to use in a little while. Stick with me. So you put some poisons in there. They go in there, and it takes care of them. So mice move around. They poop and they pee and they use their oils to get around. And we're going to establish these as food sources. They're going to go to these outside stations, start laying their pheromone trails to these outside stations. Every time they go there, there's going to be bait and their food in there for them. So they're going to tell their friends about it. Their friends are going to find that pheromone trail, go right to the bait station, and make that nice and strong, that pheromone, right to the bait station. Now, if you're using the bait that I'm giving you in the next stream, it's going to keep them under control. It's going to keep them under control. Now you can just use, there's a lot of baits, different baits you can use. I used a bait that has an antidote, very, very safe, very, very, very safe for the environment, and no secondary poisonings. You don't have to worry about owls or cats or, hawks or eagles or anything eating mice or whatever. But stick with me. We're going to talk about the bait a little more in a little bit. But you establish these bait stations on the outside of the house. It gets control of the population around the house. And once you're under control, remember I said every 5 to 8 weeks you're having babies, so you're always under pressure. The house is always under pressure. So once they get it under control, you have least likelihood of them coming inside. It works really well. But the key is making sure that you have an uninterrupted supply of bait to these bait stations. Because if they ever go empty, well, then the mice are going to look somewhere else for food. They'll be right back into your house. You'll be back to where you were at the beginning. So it's very important. Now, professionally, we come out once a month and make sure everything is filled up, because you never can tell. So, there's companies that come out quarterly and whatever, but you don't know when they're empty. So you're going to come out monthly to make sure that they're filled, because if you don't make sure they're filled, like I said, you're back to where you were at the beginning. It only takes 5 weeks for them to overrun you, basically, because after the first litter has started to have babies, you're talking about a crazy number of mice, right? So that's what you want to do. But the next thing I got in the stream is the mouse stations that you're going to put inside your house. These are called RTUs, and I got a special. They come in a special key. You're going to put these in places. Oh, I got the bait right here, a little chewed piece of bait. So they're going to go in there and they're going to chew the bait and they're going to die. Obviously, we're going to talk about the bait in a minute. But you're going to put these in your basement, in your attic, under your kitchen sink. But after we get stuff under control, you're going to want to remove these from inside the house and just use the outside stations, because the inside, just the same way we're establishing the outside as food sources, they're going to start to establish these as food sources. You don't want them to keep coming in the house to go to these, so you're going to remove them, and they're going to start to go to the outside ones. And we're going to train them how to go and get it under control. It's going to work really well. Stick with me now. Stick with me. But pest control, this has been a crazy winter. I live in the Northeast. It's been a crazy winter. I'm not accustomed to seeing my lawn in February, end of February. We had a little snowstorm not too long ago, about a week ago, but it's already half melted. I could see half of my lawn outside. So it's a weird winter, and it kind of triggers them a little different. A couple of cold nights, a couple of warm nights, they start thinking it's springtime again. All the pests start waking up. That's why you always have to be, everybody has to do some kind of pest control, whether you hire somebody, whether you do it yourself. You definitely have to have something done. Everybody has pests. You live on planet Earth. You live, no matter where you live. If you live in the city, you have certain pests. If you live in the country, you have certain pests. They're always there. They're always going to be there. You always have to keep it under control. And it's not like an on-off switch where you're going to turn it off and it's going to be gone. It's more like a volume control knob where you're going to turn it down to a manageable level, right? Because they're always going to be there. The key is to just keep it manageable. And with the mouse stations and the bait stations, you're going to do that. You're going to keep everything under control. Okay, now I put this in here, the Bell Labs T-Rex trap. These things are pretty gruesome. Snap traps, heavy duty snap traps. These are for rats, squirrels, flying squirrels, red squirrels, stuff like that. Rats. Okay. Now, what I would suggest is to sink a screw into the ground when you put these. You put little peanut butter in it. They're your traditional snap traps. So that you hit the plunger and they snap down and they take care of business, right? The problem with these things is you got to clean up the mess, which is something I'm always against. That's why we use the baiting system. Okay, now stick with me. The bait is next. Okay, so stick with me. We're going to talk about bait. So these are the T-Rex traps. They're good for anything bigger than a mouse. This is going to cut a mouse right now. It's going to be gruesome. There's a smaller snap trap for regular mice you want to use, but if you're going to use the baiting system, you don't want to use snap traps because it's one or the other. Either use snap traps or a baiting system. They work kind of against each other a little bit. The mice are bringing the bait back to the babies and the elderly that are in the den and in the nest, and if you're snapping them, you're not giving the bait a chance to get through and work faster. Okay, so one or the other. Don't try to do both. I know it's like a peace of mind thing where you like to see some dead mice and you're saying, oh, at least I'm getting somewhere. But the bait is like out of sight, out of mind. You're not going to have to worry about it. You're not going to see dead mice. You're not going to smell dead mice. They're just all of a sudden you're not going to hear noises and see droppings anymore. It's going to work really well. So you wanted to wait and find out about the bait. Here is the bait. We use by Bell Laboratories, really good stuff, contract blocks. Okay, it's a bromadiolone is the active ingredient. It's basically it's an anticoagulant. It's a vitamin K deficiency bait. There's different baits that do different things. This is an anticoagulant, causes them to bleed to death, but the slow-acting poison. Okay, so it takes like 4 to 5 days after they eat it for them to die, so they don't become bait shy and they don't realize what's killing them, and they keep eating the bait. What I really like about the bait, what makes it safe, is that it has an antidote. A vitamin K shot, if God forbid, a pet got into and got some, which doesn't happen, right? If you're safe and you keep it where it's not supposed to be, it doesn't happen. But let's say it did, some kind of crazy accident or weird thing happens, vitamin K shot fixed them right up. Now, again, we're dealing with mouse-sized poison, mouse-sized portions of poison. Even a cat or a small dog is 50 times, 10 times, whatever, however you want to say, 20 times bigger than the mouse. So the portions are going to be, it's not going to kill them. It's going to give them an upset stomach. You're going to be able to take them to the vet and have a vitamin K. And the vet already knows. You just tell them what pesticides they were exposed to. They'll know they have everything there. They just shoot him with the vitamin K shot and he'll be fine. That's why we use the bait, because there's an antidote to it. We also use the bait because, like I said, it's out of sight, out of mind. They eat the bait, they start to feel ill, right? And their natural instinct when they start to feel ill, what do? You get a drink. So they're going to go search for water. They're going to die outside the house when they're searching for water. Most of the time, you won't have to worry about anything in the house, right? Really good way. Now, there's other baits you can use, right? There's baits that have a high knockdown power that are killing them right away. You do, have the risk of having smells and dead mice in the house, locked in the walls where you can't get at them. The bait that I'm using is safe. It works really well. It just takes a couple of days for it to work. But then it works really well. So that's why we use it. So now we went to the next thing in the stream is the great stuff with the pest block in it. Now this is for sealing up around the foundation, right? And we picked the one with the pest block. It's got peppers in it and all kinds of stuff that they don't want to chew, right? And you're gonna want to use the gun like everybody's saying. No, I don't want to use the great stuff because every time I use the great stuff, I make a mess. It zooms out and it's crazy, right? But if you have the gun, I'm gonna zoom in a minute because I'm out of focus here. I don't know what's going on. There we go. I think we're better off there. There we go. There we go. What? There we go. All right, there we go. We're back in focus. All right, and Seamus is on the ball now, the cameraman. But if you have the gun with the great stuff with the pest block, you can control it better. All right, and you don't have to worry about ruining the canister when you stop. Excuse me. You don't have to worry about ruining the canister because the gun keeps it safe. As long as you keep it on the gun, you're fine. You don't take a canister off unless it's empty, and then you put another canister on. You can reuse the canisters. The great stuff. It works really well, and you're going to be able to control the flow and be able to fill up those gaps with the pest block. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right. I threw this one in here. Bee suit. You're not going to need one of those till where I am, June, July. Yellow jackets, wasps, hornets. They're going to come out. They're going to be everywhere. Don't tackle them without a bee suit. Get yourself a bee suit. They're not that expensive, as you can see. There's one. It's under $30 on sale. It's worth it. Okay, it's worth getting one before you're going to tackle one of those. Now, if you have a bee's nest freestanding in a tree, it is as simple as putting this suit on, getting a garbage bag, walking up to it, bagging it up, breaking the branch off, putting a little product in there and shaking it up, taking care of it like that. Very simple. If you got the suit on, it's very easy and very simple, right? Of course, if it could be in the ground, it could be in a wall, it could be anywhere, but you want to have the suit on so you don't get stung, right? Pretty much saves me every day when I use it, and I love to use it. The next thing I got in the stream is the Wondercide. This is a tick spray, all natural. We used this last year. Now, professionally, we use a cedar and clove oil for our tick sprays, our commercial tick sprays, and it works really well on them. And so this is what this is as well. It's a cedar oil. Cedar oil. Where is it? Now it comes in here. It's flea and ticks yard, and let me see what to say. I don't have my glasses, but it comes in this, right? You hook the hose up to this, and you just spray with the hose all around your lawn, the bushes in the lawn, and everything, right? And it kills all kinds of fleas and ticks. Let me see. Can you see Wondercide? Cedarwood oil, sesame oil. Yep, active ingredients. So cedarwood oil. It works really well for lawns, patios, kennels, kills full life cycle. No wait time, spray and play. So it's safe to use around pets, okay, which is great. Now it's flea and tick. You can spray kennels with this stuff, right? All that kind of stuff. All you do is just attach the hose to the sprayer. You attach the hose here, and it sprays out. You got your on-off switch here, and you just spray it out there. Perfectly safe. Like I said, everything I'm telling you to use for insects is all natural stuff. This is cedarwood oil. Okay, pretty good stuff. And you're going to want to apply that every 30 days. Go out, spray the yard every 30 days, because the environment is between the wind, the sunlight, and the rain is going to break it down in the environment. Very good stuff. It's going to take care of, it's going to knock down mosquitoes on the property. It's going to knock down ticks on the property, and it's going to take care of any fleas on the property. Pretty cool. Pretty good deal. All natural. Okay, you don't have to worry about your kids are out there playing in the lawn, in the yard. You don't have to worry about what the hell am I spraying on there? I'm spraying some kind of nasty chemicals. No, cedarwood oil. Excellent stuff. Wondercide's good stuff. Yep. So keeping with the all natural stuff, we got the ARX. This is a pyrethrin, which is chrysanthemum plant. So chrysanthemum plant, all natural, pyrethrin, very, very deadly to insects. Okay, they can't stand it. I got some right here. It's an aerosol, right? It's an aerosol. You have a little straw, right? And you just spray. Give 1 second burst. You're gonna spray this behind your baseboards, around your windows and doors, your pipe chases. All the places where they're going to use for highways around your house, window frames. It is an oil. Okay, it's an aerosol with oil in it, so it can stain, so you have to be careful with it. But this is good for ants, carpet beetles, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, centipedes, chocolate moths, clover mites, cockroaches, crickets, drugstore beetles, earwigs, elm leaf beetles, fleas, millipedes, pillbugs, scorpions, silverfish, spiders, termites. Okay, pretty cool, and you can use it just about anywhere: home, non-food areas of offices, hotels, motels, schools, hospitals, nursing homes, daycare centers, factories, warehouses, stores, supermarkets, restaurants, food handling establishments, food processing plants, bottling plants, and transportation equipment. Pretty cool. And again, it's a pyrethrin is the active ingredient, and it's a multi-purpose insecticide. Works really well in moderation. Again. You're going to want to apply it every 30 days or so and this is also a repellent. You spray this, it's going to also gotta be careful with repellents because they could drive them deeper into the walls. That's why we like to use the essential oils and stuff, because they don't realize that and they're getting on them. But the pyrethrin is a repellent, which if that's what you want, it works really well for that, right? It works really well for that. ARX is a good product. I use it professionally. The Natureside aerosol I also use, a very good product as well. Active ingredient is cottonseed oil. Okay, cottonseed oil, clove oil, and cottonseed oil. Um, all-purpose insecticide. This is another thing you can use liberally, over and over again. There's no time, you know, you don't have to wait in between sprays, and it kills just about every nuisance pest you can think of. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but you can take a gander at it if you give it a click, and go down and look. All your nuisance pests, all your nuisance pests. This is a kill on contact, and it's got somewhat of a residual to it. And residual again means it lasts a little bit longer. So like you can spray it when they walk through it later, it's still going to kill them, right? That's got a residual knockdown, all right. And that's clove and cottonseed oil, right? Can you imagine all of these oils, all these plants, all this natural stuff is what's killing the plant, killing these insects, keeping your house safe, keeping you safe, keeping everything, your kids safe, your pets safe. You don't have to use these harsh chemicals that they've been exposing us for years. They've been exposing us to these chemicals. Even the damn Roundup, you know, they tell you it's good for you. 20 years later, it's not good for you. So essential oils, okay, get with the program if you're not using it. It's good stuff. It works very well. It works very well. Okay, and that's your Nature Side aerosols. Okay. Now I got this one, Max Force ant gel bait. Not a natural product. Okay, it's a fipronil is the active ingredient. It's a poison. It's a poison. Comes in a little plunger thing like this. Okay, so you put the plunger in there, you have a little applicator, and you push it in there, and it's going to put out a little gel, a little bead of gel. You're going to put a little bead of gel, and this is a good bait for your sugar ants, your pavement ants, your farrow ants, all of those kind of guys. Now they can eat this bait right away, so it's really good for knocking down, and they can bring it back, and it kills the larvae of the colony, and which eventually kills the whole colony, but it just takes a little bit of time. Really good stuff. The Max Force gel bait. Again, we're going to need it in the springtime. Right now, with the way the weather has been, I've been getting a lot of calls for those little tiny ants. We call them sugar ants, piss ants, nuisance ants, whatever you want to call them, because of the weather. Okay, they're trapped between the frost line and the surface, and they could be in your basement or your kitchen or whatever, underneath and the heat from the house is forcing them to come up because they're caught above the frost line. And when the weather changes, or it also happens when there's too much moisture or not enough moisture. They're either coming up because they're being flooded, or they're coming up because they're too dry. So you use something like this to knock it down. They're under there. There's millions of them under there. So it's like a losing battle, but you keep it under control. And of course, you want to caulk any cracks and keep them from coming up in the first place, right? But you're going to use something like this for that, to get them under control. All right. So that was everything I had running through quickly. I want to go back to the Bug MD, because without that, we wouldn't be doing this right now. Bug MD Essential Pest Control Kit, all right, on sale, 37% off. You need this. This is going to be enough to get you through the first couple of months of the season. Come springtime, it's got 2 bottles of concentrate. It's got the spray bottle, and you're going to be able to use this on all your nuisance pests around your house, all your springtime pests, all your stuff that's going to be coming around. And what's really great is you can use this liberally without worrying about your family, your kids, your pets. Great stuff. What did I say it was? Again, it's clove and cottonseed oil. What did I just say? We were just talking about clove and cottonseed oil. And the other product, the natural products work the best. Okay, you might have to reapply them more often. Like I said, you've been hearing me say 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. You might get a pest control guy to come to your house and say, "Oh, we're only going to come every 90 days." Why do you want to come every month? Those guys don't know what they're doing. They're only coming every month. Well, I would say, why are you putting something down so deadly that it's going to be there for 90 days? I got a family running around here. I got kids playing on the floor, and you got something that's going to be lasting for 90 days. That doesn't sound safe at all. The natural stuff is perfectly safe. It just dissipates in the environment naturally, like it's supposed to. So you have to reapply it more. It makes sense, right? The other thing too is these guys, these other companies with the 90-day treatments, they charge you a lot more than monthly charges if you add it up. But hey, that's a discussion from another day. Bug MD, really good stuff. I got some other work to do. I got some other videos to make, so we're gonna cut this short. Hey, what's going on? We got some people in here. Rom's in there. How you doing, buddy? Alan's there. Hey, what's going on? Someone must have ended the stream or something. Now everybody's popping on. How's everybody doing? We were doing uh, pest control. Okay, pest control for the people. I'm a licensed pest control technician. It's my day job, and so Bug MD sent me some stuff to review. Clove and cottonseed oil, all natural stuff. I use all natural stuff at work. We don't use chemicals around our family and our pets. Everything can be used naturally. It works really, really, really well. Clove, cottonseed oil, cedarwood oil. Again, the chrysanthemum plant. All this stuff is really good stuff to use. And safe around your pets and your people, right? Everybody has to do some kind of pest control. Okay, you want to enjoy your backyard in the summertime, you have to do some kind of pest control, whether you're going out to Home Depot and getting the home defense and spraying it down, or you get a professional guy to come out and do it. You have to do something, right? Bug MD's got your solutions right there with your all natural sprays. Two concentrate bottles in the spray bottle. You can use this liberally. You can use this on the countertops. You can use this everywhere. Perfectly safe. You're gonna love it. Okay. We're gonna call it a night. How's it? What's going on? Hey. Yeah, Rome sent us over for the stream. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate you guys coming over here. Rome's great. I love him. Hey, man, we're battling on TikTok. We're trying to get a foothold over there. It's a lot of fun trying a new platform and trying to get out there and putting content out there. So, I see you there every day. I love it. Yeah, what else? I'm trying to catch up. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna start going live again on Amazon on Tuesday nights, and every once in a while we'll do a pest control stream. Ask me anything if you got any issues. Pest control. We're gonna do one for the spring when things start waking up, and of course we're gonna do our normal trivia and dad jokes and all those kind of good stuff. We're gonna start going every Tuesday night. I think 9 o'clock because. We want to get the West Coast involved, so we'll start a little bit later, so that the West Coast can say, at 6 o'clock on the West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. We don't want to leave the West Coast out of it, right? Hey, thanks for following, Richard. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, Amazon's a great place to hang out, right? We love to hang out. I tell you what, if I get enough people to hang out, we could play match game again like we used to play match game, and match game is really great stuff because we do. You know what? I can't because I can't give away the gift cards. We used to give away the gift cards, and I used to be able to. We would play a little game, and somebody would win. I'd give away $20 gift card, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of engagement, a lot of fun, and they went and ruined it on us. They went and ruined it. Hopefully they'll snap out of it. Now you got TikTok is really playing big, and you got Walmart creators starting, and so I think Amazon's got to get with the program that they're testing stuff with the carousels and placements and it's funny because they take the carousel away, but they have promotions where they're doing a membership drive where they're trying to get people to sign up to be influencers, and they're getting people to promote it to sign up to be Amazon influencers, and then they take the carousel away. So I don't know what they're doing. Let's see what else. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's right. And it's funny because I'll go into a house and they'll have cats and they'll have mice, and I'll say, "You're feeding these cats too much. Stop feeding the cats." You wouldn't have any problem. Stop feeding the cats. You know. Yeah, but if you do have mice, we went through a whole thing with mice and mice bait and controlling population around the outside of the house works really well. If you want to go back and watch the replay, that's pretty good. It was at the beginning we talked about mice. Long-term baiting system works the best. It's out of sight, out of mind. You don't want to glue traps. I can't stand glue traps. How many times I went and there'd be just an arm in the glue trap. They chew their own legs off to get off those things, tear their bodies apart to get off those things, and they're giving them heart attacks. Is what you're doing because that's how they die on those things. So I don't see that's humane. You're killing them, but to be humane, that's the cruelest way to do it. And you got to clean it up. right? And you got to clean it up. So that if you use a baiting system where they start to feel ill, if you use a slow acting poison like the one I proposed in the stream, uh, they start to feel ill. It gives them a chance. They're gonna search for water. They're gonna go outside and die outside if you give them a chance. Works really well. It's a slow acting poison, and it's got the antidote to it. God forbid the dog gets into it or something happens, they can get a vitamin K shot and be fine. That's why we use that bait. So if you want to check it out, it's in there. Yeah, I know it is gross, but it is. Unfortunately, it's your house is always under pressure from these rodents, okay? Because every 5 to 8 weeks they're ready to have babies. So the babies have babies. Then 5 weeks later, the babies of the babies are having babies, and then 5 weeks later, the babies of the babies of the babies are having babies. And before you know it, you got hundreds of mice running around. If you're not doing something to knock down that population and control the population, you might be lucky enough to have a couple of owls or a hawk or something around by your property that maybe is keeping somewhat, or foxes keeping somewhat control. But then all of a sudden you lose one of those predators, and it gets out of control really quick if you're not doing something to control the population. Mice chew, houses settle, they move, they crack, things freeze. They're going to find their way in eventually. They're going to find their way, just because their natural foraging habits is they're going to find their way in eventually. So you have to be on your toes. You have to be ready for that. Whether you're living in the urban or city setting, or country setting, it doesn't matter. You have different pests wherever you live, right? Yeah, TQ. So TQ said his dog brought in a baby mouse and was playing with it, and they do. They play with it. I would say a lot of times they're like on their way out, like they're close to dying. That's why you're catching them, because they're not. Believe me, they're not easy to catch, right? Um, yep. Alan said the same thing. His German Shepherd. Oh, okay. But really cool. And Evans, hey man, thanks for following. Appreciate that. I'm looking at that now. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I don't know with my. I can go like that. All right, I can see that better. It's funny. I got a new iPad, all right, and I don't know how to work the damn thing. So I'm like trying to figure out the comments are so small, and I'm trying to blow it up, and then I blow it up too much, and I can't see, because the current comments are at the bottom underneath the carousel. I can't see it, you know. Yeah. So anyway, I've got some TikTok videos I got to make. So if you want, I'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, come by Tuesday. We'll hang out again. Really nice to see you guys, and thank you for following. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna play the outro. Ready? Thanks again.